Ofori Atta peni.
I'm no longer interested in staying in the US. I want to go back to Ghana.
What this agreement means is that up to 1 ton of gold will not be exported in its raw form, but will be refined to.
Omodi strategy be eba. Omobe didi matemsa. Omobe chantro egumi so.
Dr. Mamu Bawumia, Bema Beyebi. Mien kwama dwene dia. Ene ya kura wo resign ya kay good.
As an MPP, I do stage be say. Canada for the Suban Canton we. I be flag bearer MPP mo MPP agu.
Shia mamu akwaba ebiem emma dwumadi so as usual. Asanso Francia and sama ekoso e oman Ghana mu. Yene nyina egu fom ama ahwefo ene wachi no ya biebie nsem nim na edimu nkomo information bi efreche babia no. Yene nyina ama ahwefo his excellency John Dramani Mahama mampani eguso obadwuma sada baya oman Ghana yebefa yentoma pa efra eno nanam so ama hihia me no kasei enkomo efri gold board ene Sammy gyamfi aso ye banabusua esewani ensesame ena me catch quick one yeberum eno wachi enchana MPP presidential promise no e baso na okopiem ewo MPP a abusua enseme fi oba no ano hyedodo a quick one yeberum so na fani ye dinkomo baransa na no Mr. Ken Ofori Atta former finance minister sisi ameno kasei Ken Ofori Atta is in trouble na nokwasam se opening kese bi dinkomo bi ewo US abrochimemu ama ba be piem ewo oman Ghana quick one answer na commander yebekwa ko tie sansem no
Okay.
oyo screen no so a we Ken Ofori Atta
Okay.
na picture e pop up no
Okay.
question am bisa ene se enti Ken Ofori Atta peni Ken Ofori Atta na no bi okwa ready budget na wo no white no
Yeah.
and wo ai Ken Ofori Atta dia wo she we say no ai wakoko di senseme
Of course.
Ewo abrofo ne nsem
No.
na Ken Ofori Atta twa no twa bia entwa na we say no say time na wo mu di na asem no
Time a ye di na asem
no court wo
that be omo ye in a virtual form enu bi na ko pese OSP no enya no na winim atade on your friend no Africa is bigger Ghana is bigger than Africa because a former there no e wa tell soro there no
so we say no I me for say a prison service no wo ya chi wo ma to afiase no wo ntade a wo mu hye no enti obi a wo finance minister ama oman Ghana and the situation ni
adreta we there ono anepe mperifo se kwanto anepe e na ahoma e hye ne kon se wa ama ne ho kwan a enko hye ne kon he has every opportunity say obaba fie na wa ba enjoy life na wa hye ne ntade na wa twa court kwan o se ompe obeda detention room na wa hye Ghana is bigger than Africa yeah okay
say eyanim guahye nso mo oman Ghana
adreta no
because former finance minister
ya no kwene ni say eyanim guahye mo oman Ghana na mum no enim guahye nti ene echiche din obia wodin ka Ghana fo nyina but ye woni pa ye de yensa kire ne so anka say asamasi na aye we
na ekoba say na me se me buofu MPP fu a obi tinche on tiase o
okay
mum former mu finance minister modi ni bedi ade muntu na ade so kwa mo se da bi muntu na ade so enne hwe former finance minister the situation ni o enti obi gina ba bi no o ka say MPP eya kronfo party on trouble mo ma obi gina ba bi o se ota party no badanye sa former finance minister ni o
right agree enkrofo kram social media eda so ka say Ken Ofori Atta the best finance minister social media people for be da so ka sa enti se ye gina ba bi ne ka say mususo kro no so mo ya kronfo party we have every right to say be ka sa nipa na bokro no se omo kro no a omra fie adena at your age obeje to me say yemfa won hye detention room na wo hye kagim na wo bre you are suffering
okay
brefie so wo ma
commander yentu brikana enkotie we mra na ekotie ba minim se nkomodie bebre wacha o ba ba drop ni nyina ense okunu ni kese ba kwa kasa na wacheche nsemu ono no owo Ghana School of Law ono na dinkomo opening kese no yentie ni mra ne ekoba ebeto adwumadi ni so.
Can he at this point say, I'm no longer interested in staying in the US, I want to go back to Ghana, and the case ends, he comes back to Ghana?
Yes, he could, based on the fact that his the revocation of his visa and the case that has been brought before him, which led to his appearing before the immigration court yesterday, it's not based on his having committed a crime the U.S. It is only when he has committed a crime that the U.S. court will try him, and if he is found guilty, will serve his time. And after serving the time, then he will be deported from the country.
Okay.
This is a purely immigration matter. And number two, the extradition aspect is also there. And as we know, extradition can take a very long time to deal with, and it's going to take the resources of the Department of Justice of the United States and so on. And so if on his own he decides to return to Ghana, he has the right to do so. Yes, he has the right to freedom of movement, and the freedom of movement means that he can leave any country at any time. There's only a restriction on entering another country, which calls for a visa. So if he is exiting the country, he has the right to do that any day, any time.
Okay, so in effect, he can decide to come to Ghana, and that's the end of the case.
That will end the case, both the extradition case and then the immigration case against him.
Okay. Let me just get your thoughts on this, because, there are some who've actually said he's better off staying in the U.S. or he should come to Ghana. There are those who believe he should come to Ghana. Now, if you were to advise him, what would you advise he does?
Well, I would have advised him that he should come to Ghana to face justice. All his lawyers and those who support him feel that he hasn't committed any wrong, or he hasn't done anything that should lead to the way a manner is being treated by the OSP and then the Attorney General's office. So if he has nothing to hide, I think it is in his best interest to come and face the justice system in Ghana, and if he gets extricated, then he goes scot-free.
There are those who also say, well, once the case has started, why doesn't he just stay there? Now, if he decides to come to Ghana, can he, while in Ghana, go back to the United States, for instance, if he has to undergo medical treatment? Would it be that easy?
It will be difficult for him to re-enter the U.S. That option is not completely closed to him. But because of the fact that the visa was revoked, if the visa is revoked, sometimes they will say you will need about 3 years or so before you can reapply to enter the country. Yeah, so that may be the challenge that you have. And there's also the possibility that if he goes back without having gone through the legal process and having been, the conclusion being that he wasn't liable for the offenses leveled against him, then the extradition process can be triggered again. And then that will restart the process for him to come back to Ghana.
Now, can he also decide to come to Ghana while still pursuing the case? So he's here in Ghana, but the case goes on, and if he's deemed that he can, if it's deemed that he can stay in the U.S., then he could go back as and when he wants to.
Can you clarify which case you are talking about?
I'm talking about the immigration case.
Okay. Well, if the immigration case, they are saying that his visa is revoked, he cannot stay in the country. So if he leaves, the case will be closed, and then he will not be able to, the case will not continue.
Okay. Well, Professor Kojo Appiah-Gyekye, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We're grateful to you.
Commander.
Yeah, Roger.
Professor Kojo Appiah-Gyekye.
Okay.
No question, sir. What didn't come up?
Yeah.
Etiana na kanu Ofori Atta mana na honton.
Mo, Roger winim. Nkomo we dia mane me dane say. Oye nipa, oye professor in law enti emra no wabo mu professor's degree. Nti say o probi amana ka bibia kirewa. Empanfo bi say na o say utie bibi free wo ma no. E what dey okay, very simple. The same question I will be say. Ade na Ken Ofori Atta emra fie na ne honto no. Brafie, ubafie case close assembly atwam.
Asem to twa.
You know something? They can overrate ye. Say, we did bonny or Ghana. You say, what do we do fee? Now, what could this and summer will be crum? Now, you do what was a detention room and said there was a cells. Now, you do was some. Say some near Twashada, ye young quadinty, overshed detention room what to April. I have a quadia some nibium, and no crown. What is the assurance? I say, Sada, ye be Jawa Casawatipim.
Now, no part of the Emmy, said. A whole former finance minister could be US. Or Omro was so much. And tomorrow, US crown. A very young person will go US.
I agree with you. Because a finance minister, why ye for so many years, a first class citizen, Wakodia Monone, or see on coffee. When your migration issue, ya chill on Nicholas, Miami for me, Pemi, Chrome, or said that, or Mofan tomorrow. How much more ordinary Ghanaian? Yeah, we say, oh, business or say, oh, slow busiani, oh, games. A better than a bronia jet to me say, the Ukoye, a yanocrat.
Now, Sakaro for Atta, no, maybe I have to be I don't want to see
the Roger can overrate us in prefer say, or bar. The situation by West from the order more US.
Otherwise, so
the writer can overrate any. The writer say, only can overrate a bit made in Comma, and Cababa, Sequabecan or Cratchera, or Nimbonia, where you are Bocrono. Can overrate him say, or ye finance minister, well, we are Ghana Sika, and the own team Mafino. The writer, why cannot cross why and over be chroma or issue. Yan whole train all firm. You every opportunity say, or can say, make chroma, you didn't ever call you chrome. Yeah, only Bonu and chroma on coffee. Every single person will be coffee. Ghana for what come to me. You want to say, oh, you know, Mubenya, the papa moi, and yes, Sebi, Sika, and near my Yawa Braboma, coming in a baby. But because they need a lot of things, can overrate will be baby. Nemum, when your problem, or see on my fee, and yet there were Joe Fieno, and didn't want to be ma.
Is here no, US for no. You would say, Edna can Ofori Atta ever face him, and Rano Subetino.
Yeah.
And the Omodi de Baba,
of course.
And to see a do Baba, no one to him Kobi. Now, but yes, and I feel about the Puna. Of course, India was a Attorney General Bissau, or Bissau. Argentina can Ofori Atta, yes, I do, man.
The Raja. Name you know, my dean Kaka say, on himself I have
okay, on so we escape.
And to say, questions now, Sadia, prison or Bako, and to Madame Ghana. Now, as I could say, afraid you finally, ya jet to send me a convo because Judge a boame for say, me bokron into me quadano, a bassa. As say a Bushani image, there is a confirmation say, Makobo Cronunti, a Bushani dinner say, in Texas, I mean, Mafia, any abrophonum farming to Mr. Hua, ever quite to say, a allegation, I'm not told me so if you send me a cronfo, but you're in your point, I'm prove.
And ever sounds why I am Odike Ken, me work for MPP pa, a whole finance minister, on to internet Kroma, DNS,
and Roger, you think, say, Ken Ofori Atta and another. If not our MP before they watch in one, and Ken Ofori Atta timer or mine gene in Semino, and Kawanyato. Time and another car say what or the Galam say no, say on Timin Qua, or the Naquanya Beto. The writer one Timanku Galam say no, Kawafana Quanyanto. The writer almost personal interest, and they don't care about MPP, and you will move for MPP Nano, Ubu for Mokeke. Because all me are confronted here, no matter the basic, they don't care.
Covenant for air finance minister Ucromasino.
Yeah,
and then a covenant for that's to my but your mind will be any get enough course. MP before pa, so not covenant for Dibonibia. Can be before buy. Come finding in a court. The rest in a court. I want in a court, yeah, evidence be a letter, ya the latest case, you know, and Yakoba said. Plea bargain, and Tisicado, yes, say, and Namo Mosua, or mine and as a bank, you know, actually, they should pay it back. Sanka come out for Dibonibia. Can be by 8 years. Yeah, comedy. President how much more finance minister? And now, then one say, and you can override and first for any finance minister. There are a lot of finance ministers, any woman deputies here. Say, Omu Flo Konyanoswa, Omu Tuka, Omu Tegana Haya, Ebima Bonko crack.
check in Ofori Atta. But Oma decided say they will stay in Ghana. Adena MP before kind of country company for say Montana Ghana how tongue. Because someone ya bonia a higher name wo. The water someone ya rampua at least you bet mass so emu ya dia ya de kwamara ne kwahwema ya besa de maba former president ko for one day oteha nti die nko ena abro so a Ken Ofori Atta ontimi ntine wo dwane dwane se obi dwane a ye mempi before ne nya wo se before se omo be chi san krofo ne nyina aba and make sure se enkrofo ne be sign party ni din ho no we will not forgive MPP. Because they almost bokrono in the name of MPP. Almost the MPP ding and a catch on the bokrono. And this MPP and for some moment didn't want here. It will affect them.
Okay. Commander, Sammy gyamfi Juma.
Okay.
Now, sa issue no as a am the party me say entem na e koso.
Okay.
I'm sure you could see Sammy gyamfi na where the 30 seconds expect. Sammy gyamfi team komo. Na all them say on my Ghana. That be so ya team komo say yen raw materials no. And can process you you process ya no say dey be ya you kwa to na jama nso a can go be the no man dey sika you come as a gyamfi na you say komo yi I follow the padodo na hu and yes and chip cover you be ransom.
What this agreement means is that up to 1 ton of gold that is exported by Gold Board every week will not be exported in its raw form but will be refined to minimum purity of 99.5%. And in fact, this is refreshing to know that Gold Coast Refinery has a capacity to even deliver 3 nines and 4 nines and 5 nines.
Right, Sammy gyamfi and the Gold Board.
Okay.
But then Omo boy Juma. And Sammy gyamfi nipa bia. Meka se CID ni so nipa ni MPP.
Right, ukonya we.
Mi hu obia o.
They say ukonya we.
Adwene da Sammy gyamfi team no. Even Dr. Bawumia kwa na obeye vice president 8 years no. Adwene da Sammy gyamfi team no. Enye no bi na da Bawumia team. Me kan kwa na cheo.
Right, we bibi. So kasa asem na. Obia can decide say oba disagree with you but your own opinion.
Eti Alfonso Mr. Mon drop him comment.
Mo.
Dr. Bawumia and Sammy gyamfi. We am fan kwachi.
Right. Obi betima disagree, Obi be agree, but a nipa na opinion. Me I agree with you, and me reasons. Me reasons I me want say, Dr. Bawumia dwene say, yen toto gold no, na yen gold for oil, yen for gold nkoji petrol, the gold koji oil ne ba, e be stabilize the city. The water NDC ba power, or me Sammy gyamfi ko share Gold Board. They decided say, yen ton gold, yen toto gold no, yen Farmer Bank of Ghana, or a lot of foreign reserves. It will make the city stabilize na economy no emu aye for the Ghana for economically Ghana for one I wo kakra city na aye very stable time bia no ejina ho a won say ehihim sa after 1 year pepepe Sammy gyamfi nya appointment no God Board said man say ni 1 year Sammy gyamfi say make sure say adia for so many years Ghana for ka ho asema yentimi nye no yen sha say na yenye
ese no yen Gold Coast we emphasize we am for company and you know my cambo and ye be na ni gold no wa ya
the right Gold Coast for no eh me say foreign for the wom kakra and a Ghana for so but there assembly me then say omo refining gold no ha and you refine no ha automatically company will have to employ more workers because refining omo ba no a dose papa within every week omo be refining or say 1 metric ton of gold within every week na say osisia 1 metric tons of gold that 1 week be omo refining no ne born between $77 million to $100 million and omo refining within every week until they will need a lot of workers here omo be for mako fe no to nchen god we yatama near the raw ne kwa mono ne da bia na ye complain say ye export raw materials value ni wo fom ye de niam bebre ne beko na mum ne buo no e wo fom enti yen add value to it ye nye ho adwuma ye ho adwuma wi a value ni be pagya akoso e pagya koso a ye de kwa mono ne akoton a ye benya a lot of income There were other countries here. The matter omokwa different countries. Ekoto refined gold. Gold na ya refine no. Na omo de no so kom krom. Na omo de akoye omadwuma. Enei say ya refine wa ha. Enye master say chinchina yemfa gold no. Enko Switzerland, any Dubai enko ton. But the baba ni say Kenya ewo ho. Say South America ni say other countries say Egypt ho. Or per refined gold. Na first no or ton was Saudi Arabia. They can decide to say Ghana ya refine gold and ya refinery no one of the best. Say Odisikano eba haba beto a ebonu befo ache ode beko Switzerland enti obeba Ghana ba beto eba sa ode dollar na beba ha omfa Egypt currency ma nti yan foreign reserves na ye ka ho asem no e wata fi de nye gold na ekoto amono ne dia bawo amamfo ofra amono ne do musika ne beba ha aba beto ma foreign reserves no it will increase nti at the end of the day yan foreign reserve enei ye increase na ma economy ni koso no one share in the next 2-3 years yen foreign reserves no ebe kosoro ya imaginally baby a ye adwene no ebe tra ho
ni nyina Sammy gyamfi
what Sammy gyamfi enti se wo ye comparison we should know say ideas enye emfie ideas nye dede enye position kese wakita but eye kakra na wunya ye no changes a wo ye eniema wo de aba anano na me ni obi di nkomo na me bo ezuzu tamakula abaso tema oil refinery company aketon $21 million say $22 million NDC ba power ye de no kwose hoye no right almost start say almost refining oil no in 1 year omanyamfa so $21 million
hey wow
enti any sikana kiyede ton company no eya ye pe enti so ho 4 years sika se ne ebenya it is the same thing but in upgrade mpo na Sammy gyamfi ye say or to so say ya Sammy gyamfi it will a better situation bia but Ghana for betwe ne say Sammy gyamfi ma yenya o mampani because per baby a wafa adwuma wa ye any day ne hu no you have everything a qualify say we ye mampani o man ni be ye the better unim say you to na mampani John Dramani Mahama mo appointment no for now oma deliver a time penifo no enkwada na egwom no oma ye adwuma empenifo na ye all right but enkwada na adwuma na oma ye no oma stand up to be exceptional enti enei so won say obi time Sammy gyamfi say Sammy gyamfi obehu with the MPP ba power obehu ni bail condition but all time because they see something a what abrante animu a so different within other politicians so special.
Okay, Commander. Into Rikana into this video emra Odike wakasa.
Okay.
Na or the message bia soma NPP4 or the message bia kwa koma NPP4 ne Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Na message ni mu do abusua o yenti emra.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be ma be yebi. Wa meye ni nyina ye de mfie nwotwe kra sama wa. Masa Ghana no obi ba sa to aso. Eti nipa wo kofi na ka wo no anu abla ya na nka ye better. Ya no me say obo e tra ne prensa. Enya sa the scenarios and mama mama after 2016 me kai graphic front page or you say we quit politics through the advice of the family. Ibrahim Neyesa publication.
Yeah.
But mwama mu yone enema bia mo ye no tro kan ti no. And this phone say same crofon kwa ne fi so mba be enema yi no. Mba enema e kwa chodi ayura mama. Young pay internal rankings be abefa. No sa kwotwe ne buy. It all figures a buy na. Mama the figures am paid too much. But and the MPP dey na e dwirigu kojo. What is telling them they say there is problems in the party. It you about me come adwene dia. Ene ya kra wo resign ya ka good.
As at the time said no nye on the leader. Challenges by Bawumia wasn't the leader of the party.
I am not saying Bawumia.
Yes, but didn't you have say or Cheneho?
Was served to the best ability of no. Do bet my Yamagana be away. And I know be president and not just why you be amomano. Why vice, why deputy flag bearer now, you also you be away. Yenim Bawumia do bet my any do to me. It's a blast to say. Or give you my address, Efoba. What I say? Odike Ken Agyapong says I push here by so na will lead. But I'm like my best candidate. You do to my answer.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, right.
Akosia de Odike.
Sure.
And some Odike Ken.
Okay.
No krotodo.
Ewacha Odike o point. Or point papa. Ewacha ewiase aye we. Sebi se oya ade na ankoya. Jetum se ankoye. Ja opportunity ni ma afoforo na omometo aso.
But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so still now obekwa akwa jenim guasie.
Ewacha wunim. One thing is within MPP no. Encrophobia ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ya we say he is their messiah. Enti se woni ho omuni ho sana nkrofo bi te se chama wontumi mo omama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kunu say without ono Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia party no se bi nyansane nim enti na dwimo no se odwene ho kogina nchen ya party na gu sana se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia tim he is the only person we are capable of leading party this say eno na shani tirim enti okogina ba bia they all can say eye papa o se enye papa o feel comfortable na o can because na dweye ne say party no nkwa na oga wom
amuso ka Bawumia rest Bawumia kasa on resign because adwuma no ontimi nye se amifo kwa to abama na Ghana fo se wo nto abama Bawumia o
erata woni bibi
Ghana fo nya ready so almost the Bawumia ba be president
mo within MPP yen ka no kre na na do ka che se okwa odi ne nkrofo ni nyina bekọ he knew very well say ni team na oni wo mo ye adwuma no erata o madwuma mu ye se o mo ye wia apem and ampanso so ye babedu 2022 no ne ehun se o madwuma na apem akonya no o mte so kwa o mtimi nya hwibiem ebesi se ye to abawie ye ene ye to abawie ye a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia still osha say oguso nam eye campaign you can see clearly say wapem there is nothing new bibu fro bia ni ho a odi ba be she party nim odi ba be she oman nim a ebe change niema no ideas na pem enti se te sadia ada na wunya mu mofoforo ma but onu susu say chinchina chia akonya ne ho ode e wo se metena se na me dida ni bi e wa akonya ne so
onzo adwuma e fom obaye vice president ye hu adwuma oye rukoma sei nti Odike Kato se odi wa resign tina fie kata ade no nko bi ko ade no bato na 28 unya
derata wunim
adwuma dwoma ma boy
ka the best thing yeah Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia betimi aye na bo MPP party ni se ohwe de oye as vice president yeah economy no anye ye as head of economic management team and as flag bearer said the niam nkoya na nkone na power be ka kire MPP for say adwuma ne de ye wo party nim ye tawamachi na mom de ye ne say ye pese party ni ye yie enti ya twe ho gina nchen ye mfa new face mra e basa NPP executives na yesi omo so ho agu to say Justin Kodua Sammy hukum no omo nyina so be ka omo besi fom na manya new leadership na masesa ne mamu yie but amasa nti enei leadership no horo mo nim so we are capable of doing it ye betimi aye enti delegates kra won say ye to aba eyi new delegates omo se da bi ye mfa we mu a delegates that na ye mfa omo ankoto and results wunya in the previous years no the same adwuma na wo ye the same results na da wanim se o mun chenyi wo mun sa e yo mu asem meti Odike kase be ye me de pa o si on ka se wotan obi ka o prefer Ofori Atta o prefer adutwum ono na adwin mu no but me nso me hu ni say e bata enipa 5 year giran per the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye se o giran nchen a address na aka no se oba na onwe ne mpo a very good
okay
because party ni niam bi besesa na o makọ manim
quick one Odike James say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and resign no MPP for so say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e competent enti ono no mo de beko o de enti nkomo an kosi
father as vice president when he contested to wanting to be president the north he didn't get a support from the north. It's the same as Alhaji Malik Alasan Yakubu. So the North don't choose people because they are from, even most of the votes from Yendi, my late father didn't get more than the needed votes from his own backyard in Yendi. Same as Alhaji Malik Alasan Yakubu. So we are choosing not necessarily supporting Bawumia not because he's from the North, but because the party thinks and the Northern and the whole country sees him as competent enough to lead the party. So that assertion that Northerners are for Bawumia, Northerners were not for Aliyu Muhammad either. Northerners were not for Alhaji Malik Alasan either. Because they saw that they were looking for someone who can win for them. They saw Aliyu Muhammad as vice president, but they still went ahead and voted for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and left my late father and didn't support him. So supporting Bawumia It's not based because he's from the north, but because he's competent, he has the experience, he's well marketed, and he has the opportunity to become president for the Republic of Ghana and take Ghana forward. Now the relation.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Director.
Farouk Mahama.
Yeah.
And say, also Bawumia are competent.
Yeah.
I find Bawumia actually are competency.
Director, I am shocked.
And you find Bawumia yeah Juma or show some competency there was here to Abama.
Director, you see, encrophobia, they are confused politicians. And na omutum vutrogun crofweni. Director, obianim. Nipa oye competent and nipa oye incompetent. So far as nipa na serve in public office no ye jira na dwuma no so ene de ajaje. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia obaba ye vice president no ni trademark na eye den. Ye nim say ni trademark as a politician economic management. Na obaye vice president or head of economic management team no ni trademark no say no si perform ye ni performance na eye saying omo data nemra omo na da bi omo sorry they talk with data omo for data nemra Farouk MINTS say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia baye no say na economy ni tie and odi bedru ha obaye na de we net say and obaye ni say with these things we ye e kire say oye competent onimadwuma enti yenhwe no so na yento abama no. But somebody will not catch say he's a competent politician, he's a competent leader. And you know, with all due respect, sir, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, or your incompetent vice president. Come over the vice president. Sure. Then we and what the Abuamu or my Ghana. The rest can you Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and what can Ofori Atta Kufuadua? Me say, and Katona 22 COVID-19, and command you, Sammy Kenya, the Raja, meet you, sir, COVID-19 by. What man nantia ko hu wadamfo bi ana efie bim mo say na maame asamasi eno dental tifia ha covid chene ne be fa no ko me hu ma hu bi da man ti bi da me say but I wo mo ska say wo ho e wo ho elia me say utimi na me say mpatamu ha o mo say o ma be fa obi ko bi say fie ban a akwese HIV wo mo say nipa wan tare so okay say HIV no mo say shamanfo bi a amanfo di siesie and dey no ye different covid di o mo so o mo de car ne ba ha o ma be fa obi ori ha obi so o mo say fie ban obi ase onim fi kura o mo ko fa ni pa we say no o mo de kwam say o mu nim so mu nya sika akra director covid di yi akufo di nya sika o na ye gisika papa ebesi nne foto a aban boto ho se Ghana omo abi wo omo nsem no omo ntiatua kakra mfa moaye na gya ye donation na ye mfa hwe Ghana fo omo ho kire omo no doctor esika fo Ghana ha including that fight mo omo nyina tua sika to accounts ni Ken Ofori Atta ni na adom na da no omo fadi yesi omo ma ya akonta omo fa sika na di besi nne omo anya akonta na chese Ken Ofori Atta ni na do dan kwa Kufuado wo ma diska no doctor wo ma shiska no mesi yokofo sa adwuma no akai wo so omo ye COVID-19 trust fund no ya ye bia ya amanfo ye donation no ye pese ehu sika dodo a ekom e wata inji se wo check niam we no be ka kire say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a competent politician to say dia wo ka say covid die covid ba ye omo manage ni ye I know one young guy now ye interested in politics ya na mene ne ya damfo pa o ka kire me say covid ba no se nya na na ena na e wa ban mu ena ye NDC na e wa ban mu ka Ghana fo nyina bewu na say no kre they were very fortunate ena ye to aba na NDC aba power ena still Russia Ukraine war any other issues in ekoso afedie Ghana fo ho ato mama filling station fo nyina che breakfast asemo enne me de ko da sore ya yes filling station fo no enne obi mo che wachi a do stage filling station for timi order watch the be so say bebu fuel na di watch kofie first no watch na nkasa ne bo na den na me see won even social media no so open ho asem na me fa say aban ne bibi kwa na utuja e ma aban na do mama ne na aban utuja ma ne wo mu a na temamufo na say di watem me ma de ko uzan ka de nka ai MPP wo opposition sa no na do mama wa aban mu na ndisi wa aban mu no bibi chia na bia utuja de mane ai party power na temamufo no support you but we say no de do mama etia konwa so ndisi wa aban mu omo ye bibi kwa na ase de ne chia na utuja mane se da be aka temamufo no kwa ba support na temamufo na say di watem director me say the first time in politics abaya wote akonya so ono feel free timamofo nyina gina ono na chi na omo de pressure asa kosi opposition for so yes obi mu kra se opposition MPP wo no omo nye opposition adwuma ni ye omo be sa je opposition from nsem ukọ US ya pressure ni nyina wo Donald Trump ne nkrofo so but in Ghana pressure that could the MPP for mutifie no pressure ni size wo so egu me see MPP won hwe begu wo do pa bet me pressure de omo ye se o man change wo mo nsa no kre me no ya dwe party ni begu they need to change something omo so niema na omo change niema no enye matrema kwe enye niema fala they need to do overhauling omo mpani for me kra me say NPP executives from constituency to national level omo ye obi amfiri ho omo mpam obi a se omo be kwa kofa nkrofo a omo nye MPP fo omo nye politicians but omo ye competent people na omo di no krokra na omo di omo ba be wurom na omo ba be control mama they should do that ye ntia de wemra hwe ai abusuamo fancheme muntie de ekoso bibi we
ekan aka Ken Agyapong election we nkoma no nkobi da on sem fata oya nim guase ma party no sakoba se enne MPP aduru stage bi se Ken Agyapong di subantantan we aba pe flag bearer MPP mu a MPP agu na se MPP for anything po sa omo tu abama NDC MP ayi Ken Agyapong a anka anywhere here enipo beja party no ebe mo a mimiti anka that very day na Saturday no ana me declare my resignation say my free party because how can Ken Agyapong be a flag bearer in MPP and then for party say na Ken Agyapong a flag bearer there say party nebu obi a wakasa onwene ho panimu a wakasa onwene asma o kan ho and also wakan just like that and who Ken Agyapong gina ho di Dr. Bawumia tem actually semufo na obi na semfo na gimi no ye bema ankonko gina semu ebra nipa nti ho one on one no ni na tem nkire o mko be ndu nkombe ye no koma chance wa bodam ebi o mso bodam kire no koma chance mata wa bodam a ye ya bodam kire eni ntina woni wa sero so ye bema ope Dr. Bawumia di na tem otumi ko ho ope Dr. Bawumia di na tem wa so ye bema no esu ehunti wujina zoom so na wudi na tem atumane na ka ye bema to de ya na wo ye akokroko sem no anka wo ko sirem ho na ko di na tem kire wo mo enipa nanim anu bo nu se sabe se krama bodama na nye boligegem enye be bi wo ya etan na ya nsechi na nka nkire wo no a obefi se wo ye bema ma ntina babu sibu akwase na gimi sem so no anye na nisu nyansafo de Ken Agyapong eye no eya gimi sem in the highest order
to boas okay commander
yeah the writer
MPP agu ampa
the writer
but an MPP gu agu no enye honorable Kennedy na ma MPP agu
yeah
enye flag bearer honorable Kennedy Kope ena ma MPP agu
yeah
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia adwuma boni obeyeye na na do kwa Kufuor adwuma boni obeyeye executive Justin Kodua ono no na biwe na biye organizer e MPP eno na agu MPP
the writer winim emi de so no aka MPP agu na sepi die mu ye any this behavior ope se MPP nya
die wo ye die akwa we ye no
die wo ye
so MPP asagu
the writer oye nipa bi a sorry to say mpanifo manim amomfa ncheme but nyansa ni papa itrim
oye nipa hunu
the writer die papa word ni nyina no die papa ye enye suban wo se nipa na dwe adwuma edanadi
ase yenso nansen ya no ya yaro
the writer sabi assemble ho a
na me cha se nansen ya no ya
metiwase o
you tone it down
you bet tone it down pa ene de hia but mpanifo bu pebi sa pere ka me mpese mebu but mami mpanifo say no kro down mami baby na do be ma koyi a one na da na one ne na yo enti asem no edika o mayenka se enya
yenka
the better nima bi ho a emaye nsoso this are certain things here atoa so I can who be na partner ba bedu say enipa sabi uso ye MPP ni yeah wo MPP ni a wuye you don't support the party with anything onfa bibia meka party no o de ni se ka ukotena TV ni so a kanyansa sem ne convince obi ukotena ho so untimi kanyansa sem you go there and attack your own political party at the end of the day government businesses are abiding here say bibia wrong say bibia right here ubetimi digest issues actually chemama manfo atiase say bibi wrong gombe hu no eno none of your business the here only say you just go to the TV station to attack one particular candidate here or you're a member of your own political party. Somebody in the last election, or you're around 37%. Our party primaries, your party executives, party delegates in Kwana to you, and it tells you, say, or you're influential in your party. Say, and yakasa ye kotwaba na ni nkrofo nyina decide say we will not vote, it will affect you. 2024 moba na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia abeka kire say enipa 2 million and twaba omo MPP for the 2 million no man twaba omo MPP for no say o strike ni parodo twaba ma NPP in 2020 say nipa 6 million and a twaba ma MPP in 2020 na say 6 million no twaba ma MPP no the writer say ye 37% from the 6 million the writer say nebeka and it tells you say more than 1/3 every and the 2 million vote no say ayampa every honorable candidate in Crawford and the sympathizers no omana nto abama mo and they say what to say ya party need a good at that but e be say gua enya nkwa biem tie better na hayi enya mpipi ntini ete ha ena enya wo ntini ete ha enti wo bedi nsem huna ireta ye be serve said ye open pepepe na ye ko ye ba bi ye nso political party bia so.
Okay, commander ye fancy ye ko e be sa ba bi mai for yakra mo nyina me ba cho ene ye first time Michelle subscribe page na like video ni emaye na fe bibia enye kama quick one ye ko